Welcome to this video on the T. Cullen Davis mock murder trial presented by the World Affairs Council of Austin. The T. Cullen Davis murder trial was a story of wealth, power, and a midnight shooting that became a Texas infamous courtroom battle. T. Cullen Davis was a Fort Worth oil heir, a multimillionaire, and one of the richest men ever tried for murder in the United States. The wealthy oil tycoon was charged with the murder of his 12-year-old stepdaughter and attempted murder of others, but was ultimately acquitted of all charges. The murder took place at his sprawling estate at 4100 Mockingbird Lane, which featured panic rooms, tunnels, and electronic gates. The timeline includes charges in 1976, a trial in 1977, leading to a controversial acquittal, and later charges in 1978 for hiring a hitman. Cullen and Priscilla Davis were engaged in a bitter divorce marked by accusations of abuse, infidelity, and financial control. On August 2, 1976, a masked gunman entered the mansion. 2 people were shot, and one survivor identified Cullen Davis. One victim was Andrea Wilborn, Priscilla's 12-year-old daughter, who was found shot in the basement. The other victim was Gus Bubba Gavrell, Priscilla's boyfriend, who was shot but survived to testify. Key trial evidence included Priscilla Davis's testimony identifying Davis as the shooter, though the defense challenged her credibility. The murder weapon was never found. Priscilla Davis was the key prosecution witness. The defense argued Davis was at his girlfriend's house, and this alibi created reasonable doubt for the jury. Key players in the trial included the wealthy oil tycoon T. Cullen Davis, his estranged wife Priscilla Davis, her boyfriend Stan Farr, and prosecutor Joe Shannon Jr. Prosecution themes focused on Davis's volatile temper, history of threats, and financial motives stemming from the bitter divorce. Priscilla Davis was the key prosecution witness, identifying her estranged husband as the shooter, but her testimony was challenged due to the bitter divorce. Defense witness Beverly Bass, Davis's girlfriend, provided critical testimony supporting his alibi, claiming he was with her when the shooting occurred. Gus Bubba Gavrell, Priscilla Davis's boyfriend, survived the shooting and positively identified Cullen Davis as the masked assailant. The prosecution's cross-examination focused on Davis's volatile temper, threats, and financial motives. The defense sought to create reasonable doubt. Defense cross-examination themes questioned witness memory accuracy during the traumatic event, challenged lighting conditions, and argued bias due to the divorce. The defense continued to question memory accuracy during trauma, challenged lighting conditions, and argued bias resulting from the bitter divorce. The defense challenged the consistency and accuracy of initial witness statements, highlighting inconsistencies and potential bias due to the divorce battle. T. Cullen Davis inherited significant oil wealth, becoming a prominent and wealthy Texas oil tycoon whose substantial fortune was a focus during the trial. The surprising 1977 acquittal sparked major public controversy and was met with widespread skepticism, with the media focusing on the influence of wealth on the legal system. Davis was later charged in 1978 for hiring a hitman to murder his ex-wife and the judge. This conspiracy trial resulted in a hung jury, and he was ultimately acquitted. Lessons from the Davis trial include the role of wealth in the legal process, the defense's successful strategy in creating reasonable doubt, and the intense media scrutiny. The 1977 acquittal met with widespread public skepticism. Many questioned the influence of extreme wealth on the verdict, intensifying public interest in the case. The Davis trial legacy highlights the power of extreme wealth in legal proceedings and the successful defense strategy of creating reasonable doubt, leading to a controversial verdict. Key evidence challenges included the defense successfully questioning witness testimony, memory accuracy, lighting conditions, and highlighting the absence of the murder weapon.